for those of you curious, I've done PM work at all these tech companies. And for me, it's just teaching everyone what I've learned. So I'm very excited to do that more.
You don't mind asking, what's PM?
PM is program management. It stands for product management. So I'm kind of doing a little both per se.
Okay.
But so PM work is just like, essentially there's a project or program, you have to run it through. At Alphabet, I was helping build the data centers for Google Cloud and negotiating with like foreign governments, like within Europe, within Asia, to make sure Alphabet has jurisdiction to build like a data center or whatever. Airbnb, I was doing kind of something similar, but I was building the engineering for Airbnb so that they could recruit more engineers to help build the product. So that's kind of like what PM work is. Very fun career if you like talking to people, but very, very stressful, especially if it's for like a global kind of company.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. If you don't mind, I do have some like advice for that, because like even though I'm not
tough game.
even though I'm not done with school yet, I do realize that is also a problem.
Yeah.
Where it's like, damn, like, I finished my goal. What?
Yeah. What now?
It's I will say this. I think in terms of like having integrity.
Yeah.
Having integrity is very important, not just for people around you, but also for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you want to do better, not just for other people, but also for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that way is, aside from that, it's just having goals lined up for yourself. Mm-hmm. It's not just, life is not just about like, careers, personal projects, or like community projects. There's a lot more.
There's
and then
so much
you find
more,
out, you'll find out about that after, like, you're done. And it comes down to like a lot of self-reflection, meditation to an extent, because you're like, what else can I improve? What else can I do for myself? Like, what are some useful skills I want to do? For example, for me, like, even though I'm in that stage right now where like I hate school.
Yeah.
I've always loved going to school.
Yeah.
I love going to school when I don't need to go to school.
Yeah.
So I do plan to go back to school, and my plan for that is a way to continuously meet people, but also learn different things.
Yeah. I love how you talked about having integrity and to continue to learn, right? Because we all kind of go through those peaks and valleys where we start wondering, oh, why am I doing this? This is worth it, right? But also, too, when you do finish school, right, having integrity, because you go to a job, make money, buy what you want to buy, and then you're kind of left with this feeling of like, what can I give back to the world? And I think even though you're in school right now, you still have that. You're still thinking like, this charity is going to give and help so many people. And I'm very excited to see what you continue to build throughout this journey of yours.
Thank you. But here's the thing though. So we're kind of in an awkward position because, we're in the car community, and I say this with, I don't know how to phrase it, but I say this with a warning, not just, for ourselves, but for anybody who's trying to get into cars, there's a lot of ego. And it gets pretty distracting because you're like, listen, man, I'm not trying to compete with you. Like, there's a difference between like car show competition and like, being prideful and just competing on that kind of length.
Yeah.
Because it gets self-destructive.
Yeah.
So another reason why I like to do charity work and I keep my members involved with the community.
Yeah.
Is because it keeps us grounded.
It does keep you grounded.
And, I'm not minimizing, like, our achievements, but it's important to know that we're such a small group. We're such a small, like, factor in the world, And whatever good we can do, let's keep it local because, we can see our outcomes, like, not like right away, but like we can see our outcomes in front of us.
Yeah.
Instead of chasing the bigger picture, let's work on our community. Because that's what's hurting right now is community. Yeah. Even like, with us right now, let's see it like in my face, right?
No, it's okay. There's like a whole bunch of flies and like random stuff coming in. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing about podcasts. I kind of like, I let it just be extremely raw. Like whatever happens.
Yeah. And, it's genuine too.
Yeah. It's more genuine. Yeah. You're saying about community?
Yeah. So, I forgot my point, to be honest.
Oh, you're good, brother. You good. Think about it.
But I feel like I got my point across. It's just being in touch with the community now more than ever is like so important.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of divisiveness. There's a lot of, a lot of opinions, a lot of things that just bring people, like, spread people
Yeah.
away from each other. But I think community, working on ourselves, and reinvesting in ourselves,
Yeah.
that's where it's at.
Yeah, investing in yourselves, yeah. And I've felt that too, because most of my content has been like my initial content before I start posting the business stuff has been like Tesla stuff, right? And I've a lot of times like on YouTube, it's a lot of hate, like, oh, why would you get that car? How could you like not do this? Like your car has no soul, and you're just kind of like, oh, this is interesting because I've never really been about the car community.
Yeah.
And the same thing when I started posting business content, tech content, it's always been like, oh, like, you don't know what you're talking about.
You're not a gazillionaire.
Yeah, gazillionaire, how dare you? But I've always like learned from my mentors is that people want to see you kind of coming up in life.
Yeah.
They don't want to see you when you're like a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, right?
Yeah.
They want to see that progression and journey. So I agree with you, man. The communities can be a little interesting, a little toxic per se, but keep doing good work. You're helping a lot of people. They may not be commenting in the comments that you're helping out a lot. There's someone out there watching you, very inspired by your journey, and is going to be a better person, make this world better because of what you said and what you did.
Yeah. And it also goes back to us too, where it's like, part of our mission statement or part of our mission is, because we've been like super small. So, let's help each other out. Let's bring like what we post, like other smaller groups, even like bigger groups. Because again, we should be here to support each other.
Exactly, yeah. We should be here to support each other. We all have goals, and we're all gonna help each other make this world a better place.